bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. I'm putting intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Round 80! Hey, watch the slant. On 52.
57. Mike, 57.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Throwing on first down is Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And again this time to the tailback. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up.
56. Kill. Sub. 52.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught by Davis. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. On first down, it's Fields. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Switch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Regular. Mike 52.
They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
5 wide.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
You must be getting...
Throwing his helmet on 3rd. Over the middle, complete. It's Fields. And a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. There he goes left side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's Scott. 20. A big play here for the Bills. 43 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
On 3rd down, Fields. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Son, we go 25 to Mike. Target. Hey, 25 to Mike. We go 25 to Mike. And we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
They'll run on first down. Burgess. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1.
We go 25 to Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. Check it back.
On second down, it's Burgess. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Watch Mike. Get that quarterback.
Darnold on 3rd down, and able to haul it in is Kittle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Go, son. 52, Mike, 52. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 2 times. 3 down. Hey,
On first down, Burgess. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. He finds his target, Fuller. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 25-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Burgess. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. 3rd and long. Darnold now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Here's Allen, flush to his right. He'll try and run it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Fields. Past the and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. On first down, Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
19-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do give 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Give them 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Darnold completes it. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. He's got Fuller. And a nice gain of 21 yards. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Go!
It's just me and you. 42's the mic, boy.
I'm 52.
2's the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Allen now on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
Second and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Pass. 42. Mike's 42.
Pick it up.
A final shot before half for Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down, Raiders.
Bound to lose one.
On first down, Darnold. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. They'll keep it on the ground. Burgess. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
On second and 9, Darnold. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On third down, Rouse. And some room to run now. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up, because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Hey, hey, hey. We got 3, we got 3. 3. Pass. Out.
Allen going to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He's coming, double up. Send one west. Check. Hey, tight. Is that?
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Kill. Is that? 52, Mike, 52. Watch.
Now Allen. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. On first down, it's Fields. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
I'm here all day. Watch tight end. Pass 10. 3 down. Switch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Burgess. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On second down and 4, Darnold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 4. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, Darnold. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Here's Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. George Kittle with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
That's middle. Done. Check 13.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Allen going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll run on 1st down. Fields. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
52's the mic. I got wide. Middle. 52's the mic, boys. 52. I want that.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal.
Kill. No. Topper!
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
On second down now. It's Scott, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Flushed out right. He can run for touchdown, Buffalo. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, it's Darnold. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Darnold. He's got his man, it's Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Darnold now to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. And instead of a looming overtime, things have changed dramatically. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. To throw is Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
56, 56.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Scott. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
6 guys. Check. Regular.
They go again with Scott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Hey, 57. Watch the pass.
On 3rd down, Scott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Well, going into the final play of this